I've been impressed watching Arkansas on film. Obviously, they're coming off a tough loss at home, but I think you look at the body of work over the course of the season, they've been really, really good, consistently highest scoring team in our league. In their building, obviously, style of play-wise is something our guys got to get prepared for, so it'll be a great challenge for us to be able to go in there and try to get the win.
Thanks, Coach. Question from Drew.
Yes, Frank, how do you feel about the way you guys have been rebounding the ball over the past week?
We need to rebound better.
Coach, you mentioned about style of play. What particular things are they going to give you problems with?
I don't know that. I think obviously when you look at Arkansas, you're talking about a pressing team, a team that really tries to get out and run on makes, misses, turnovers. So we've got to make sure we're doing a good job on both ends of the floor offensively, taking care of the ball, attacking, being unselfish, being efficient with the ball, and then defensively, obviously, a sense of urgency transition-wise, and they got very good players to be able to guard their players.
Back over to Drew, then we'll get Cecil.
Yes, Coach, back to the rebounding question. Seeing it on film, is it an effort thing or more of an execution thing?
Kentucky is one of the bigger, more physical teams in the league. So we got out rebounded against Kentucky. South Carolina did a very good job. I think that's the other game you're referring to. So we look at it on film and see where we can get better and just making sure we're doing the things that we need to do. I wish it was as simple as trying to put it on one thing, but it's never that simple.
Back to Cecil.
Well, for Levi, Bobby Portis last year I think had 30, 32 up there, and just talk about what kind of player he is and how you defend him.
He's a very good player, but they have a lot of players on their team that are very good and capable of having a big night. We just have to do the things the coach asks us to do and go in there and be ready to defend and play our style of play and our identity.
Let's go with Sean.
For Rodney, how have you seen your game evolve over the last 4 years and even through this season? And for Coach and Levi, kind of the same thing. How have you seen Rodney change over 4 years and through this season?
Just me, just steadily working, getting in the gym with my coaches and helping them progress my game, and just like I said, just keep working.
Levi, we'll follow up. Coach.
That's every year Rodney gets better and better. I think that's one of the focus of our team, just to continue to improve and take it a day at a time and just try to get better.
Coach.
I think obviously maturity. I think he's much more mature in terms of understanding who he is as a player, how to use his skills to impact his team, to make the game easier for his teammates, to play to his strengths. So I think that's what you want to see in the development of guys as they go through the process of freshman to senior.
Drew.
Rodney, I think those 2 years ago you had a pretty big game up there in a win. What do you remember about that? And also, all the road venues are different. What kind of sticks out about playing up in Arkansas?
Like Coach said, they're an up-tempo team, and like they said, they press real well. So we got to just execute on offense, and we got to make a play instead of running plays.
Let's go back, standing up on the right.
Coach, what's the preparation like playing 2 games in 48 hours?
Our focus is on Arkansas, so we're going to prepare for them and try to get ready to go up there and get a win.
Let's go back over to Cecil.
Yeah, just a follow-up for Coach Grant on Bobby Portis. Just what kind of matchup problem at 6'11"? What kind of problems does he cause for you?
He's a really good player. I said earlier this week, I think he's one of the leading candidates for Player of the Year in our league right now with what he's been able to do. So, at 6'11", he's got great size and physicality. I think looks like he's put on some good weight. He's got the ability to stretch you to the three-point line and also post you inside. So we're going to have to do a great job as a team defensively in terms of trying to limit his opportunities. But as Levi said earlier, it's by far more than a one-man team. They've got a lot of very good pieces around him. So we'll have to do a good job against their team.
Let's go to Sean.
A follow-up, Rodney. Coach said over the 4 years you kind of learned what kind of player you are, learned what your strengths are. So in your mind, what kind of player are you? What do you try to be when you go out there on the court?
I feel like my game was an all-around game. I can pass the ball, shoot the ball, and I can also defend as well. So just being that all-around player.
Kirk, you have one?
Coach Grant, one of the talking points around the country is that college basketball again this year is on a downward trend for scoring. Maybe it's going to be the worst year in 60 years. If you could make one rule change that would help scoring, what would it be?
Probably a shorter shot clock.
Drew, do you have one?
Anthony, I was gonna ask you, is Ricky's lower leg better? And also, I know he's redshirting this year, but I saw Jeff walk in with one of those, like a scooter or something. Did he have surgery, and what's kind of his prognosis?
Ricky's better. Jeff had a fracture in his foot that required surgery, so he's out. Obviously, I think a 6 to 8 week recovery.
Let's do one or two more questions. Start with Cecil back there.
I've got one for Coach that's off topic of this game, but you have another former player in the NBA now with Jamichael this week. Could you just kind of give us a comment on Jamichael and what you think?
Yeah, happy for Jamichael. I know that's been a lifelong dream of his to have that opportunity to play in the NBA, and obviously it's been a journey for him. So certainly wish him the best with this opportunity. And I think you look at what he accomplished this year playing in the developmental league. I think he had a great month and certainly earned it.
Let's do one more question, if there is one. Anything else? All right, thank you guys.